You know, there's a fascinating book called Stick by Dan Shipp, and it's all about the power of what we've got to call great storytelling. Now, if you're going to be a great agent, people have got to go and connect with the stories that you got to tell. Now, you can go and have a conversation where you actually just skim over things, or you can get really good at the storytelling. You know, one of the key things that we've got to make sure that we've got beautiful photography. If we're going to get a buyer to spend $1,000 on some airfares and fly in from Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, Auckland, you get the idea, then we need to make sure the property absolutely looks at its best. Is there a key photo that you'd love to see on the inside of the campaign? Outside of photography, we've got to have an amazing video. We know that consumers these days are spending like 8, maybe 9 minutes per day watching something like Netflix, yet they're actually spending like 90 minutes a day in watching some sort of form of short form video content, exactly like this, on a mobile device. And in addition to that, we then know that then we've got to have an incredible amount of great copywriting. Copywriting really matters. One of the key things I love about your property is the highest brand garage, which is really good for someone with a four-wheel drive. The other thing I really love is the fact that you've got no stairs, which is really good for someone who's got like dodgy knees, hips, and ankles. And in addition to that, the other thing that's really great is the site access gateway for a boat or a caravan that someone might have bought during the course of COVID. The other thing that I love about your property is that beautiful northeast aspect, and we need to make sure that all of those things are included in the copy because they might not be that evident in relation to the photos or what it is that we're doing at a video level. This is the skill set to be able to go and tell those great stories. Have you ever gone online to go and buy a product or a service and literally it's just followed you everywhere you go? We like to go and call that t-shirt technology, and we've got exactly the same thing when it comes to property. They see your listing online and literally it just follows them across all of those social channels. Our skill and our ability to remove the keywords out of the dialogue that customers actually don't understand, like what package you're actually on with one of the major portals, or ultimately calling it like retargeting and geo-targeting and geo-fencing and what actually happens inside of the social environment, and actually just calling it t-shirt tech that people actually fundamentally get and understand, is the power of influence. And that's what great stories do. This is always about connecting with what it is that you do to be able to bring those better buys to the marketplace. What we know is that actually these 5 properties have actually just sold, but these 2, the seller who's actually just sold has not yet bought, which means they're cashed up, they're urgent, and they're homeless. Would it be okay if I can get a cashed up, urgent, homeless person through your place and get them to make that decision to come and buy it? That's what the power of storytelling is all about. Being able to connect with the hopes, dreams, and aspirations to make it easy, to make it relatable, but most importantly, to make it something that someone actually wants to buy because they say, you know what, I trust you, I love what you're actually saying, and I want to go with you, and I want to pay more for the privilege and the pleasure.